everyone, Peter Racy here, Foundation Expo 88 YouTube channel, and as we move to the final in the series in relation to the primary industries building, my work, doctor's appointments and God only knows what else has brought me out and about, so it was easy to finish this off with a face-to-face 1.5 plus metre distance interview. Andrew, good afternoon. As we have a discussion here in your beautiful home here at Wooloowin. So the first topic I'd like to discuss, and people will see the linkage, is the marketing. And I know that Carol Lloyd didn't get the marketing campaign, but the documentation that's been left behind, which the John Oxley Library will absolutely love, is the losing marketing campaign. So can you just give us a little bit of a feel as to why the decision was made not to award it, but then go on to talk in some detail as to the logic and the framing of the finally delivered marketing campaign for the Primary Industries Pavilion.
Thanks, Peter. Well, it was a long and involved process, and we had to get an understanding of how the market would receive a brand new looking rural sector. So most of the people in our office had come through the late 70s and 80s, and a new wave of rock and roll had hit Brisbane. Carol Lloyd and Railroad Gin were a famous act. There were other bands like Mute 44, Supports, Riptides, Go-Betweens, and a character we came across was Ignatius Jones, who we ran into about 2002 for the year of the outbreak. But we had a number of artists that we thought would dovetail well with our campaign to market the Primary Industry Pavilion. And Carol Lloyd was at the top of her career, and so were her fees. So when it came down to the crunch, we had to look at the volume of monies that we had actually successfully secured and the budget. So the country and western type acts, Rod Williams and the Outback songs won the day in terms of the marketing, and Carol Lloyd was overlooked. But it came back to bite us. The issue was that we did proceed to record the tapes and the vinyl records, and we went to the radio stations after going through this whole process of marketing Silo in the City and the way in which we were marketing the merchandise, dovetailing it. And we couldn't get the support of the radio stations at Brisbane. They said, basically, if you had have proceeded with Carol Lloyd or Bruce Springsteen, we would be playing your songs. So it was a very tough lesson to learn. There were a few of us who were very keen on presenting Brisbane as a new international city, which would have been supported by the Carol Lloyd Act. But it takes a little bit of time and energy and a lot of money to get a rural sector backing the, I suppose, what was happening in music in those days. So that's pretty well the story. The other part of Brisbane's modernisation is that when we used to go and see venues like Cloudland, I don't know what was happening, but every time we went to a new rock and roll act like the National Hotel, very soon after that the buildings were demolished and the new Brisbane was emerging. So it was very, very interesting times.
Unfortunate times by the sound of that.
Yeah.
And a really interesting story, and I hope people find the photo that I've put up. It really, you know, Jason's done a great job of digitalising the front page, and hopefully eventually up in the albums will go the balance of the proposal, because it's really just a very special part of history. Carol Lloyd, just a real legend, recording the theme song or writing the theme song. I don't think she actually recorded it in the end. Yeah, it's a very special part of Expo 88. On this, the 29th of April, one day before it officially opened, 32 years ago, tomorrow.
Yes. Yep.
How time flies.
How time flies. Very memorable.
And with that, we'll end this section off.